No, you'll find out what I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry.
All right, we're done. Okay, now we can start.
I thought he was gonna say
I don't
porn.
care. Wasn't the first thing.
I thought he was gonna
say
say porn.
I don't care. Was not the first thing. Recording.
Okay. Hello, America. Welcome back to another episode of the Bickering Gamers.
No, you're doing
all that in.
Greg, I'm sorry, you're doing it wrong. It's hello, America. Welcome back to another episode of the Bickering Gamers. It's Triple N signing in.
No,
It's
he's
reporting in.
Same shit.
This is Triple M reporting in. Today's topic
Is that true?
Gen
Is that true? Is that the same thing? Is signing and reporting the same thing? Is that true?
Well,
Please tell me we're
signing
cutting
in
all
could
this.
be anything, but reporting in means you're reporting to something.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So
Please tell me we're not
technically,
actually
yeah,
starting
yeah,
like
recording.
this.
Well, don't worry. We actually got under a minute, and we actually got started. This is our record for us. So yes, today we're
Okay.
talking about
Gen 6.
the Gen 6 consoles.
Billy,
Which are?
I'm sorry, but you actually had to keep the bloopers from now on, especially when we talk.
The PlayStation
Yes.
2.
I do.
Yeah, you gotta.
The PlayStation 2. The GameCube and the Xbox. The real Xbox. Not talking about the Xbox 360 or the Xbone or something.
Yeah, all right, so we're going to do this in order of release dates, and we're going to begin with the PS2. Cheap DVD player. Okay, now let's continue the conversation with the PS2.
The PS2 wasn't just
Yes,
a
it
DVD
was.
player.
I wasn't a-
DVD player.
You know, I will admit it. I do watch it to watch, like DVDs and
Honestly,
shit.
I'm just getting used
No, I'm not
to
even making it.
Xbox
I'm not even
games.
making. I'm not even
I've
making
been
a joke.
Nintendo.
90% of
like
people
2
who
years.
bought a PS2 at launch bought it because it was a cheap DVD. You gotta understand, DVD players came out the same time as the PS2,
Yep.
and DVD players were expensive as Blu-ray players are now.
Yep.
So what they did was they saw PS2, cheap DVD player. That's the first thing you say. when
Yeah,
you think
pretty
of it.
much.
And yeah, I mean, and other than that, we move on. Sony got a dominance of Final Fantasy that helped that out a lot too. And
I don't know what the fucking craze is about it. I'm not so much of a fan of that.
well, it's a
game.
JR. It
Same
started
here.
the JRPG thing in the
And
Western
it also
world.
started like the loser teenagers.
All right,
who,
we
like,
talked about
porn,
this before. Let's just move on.
Hey,
No, we already started this last time.
Guys.
Then PS2
Look,
also
we're
started-
not-
Let Triple M
Look.
let Triple M rant.
Hang
Because
on.
we all know it's
No,
all just
Hang
bullshit.
on. We're not going to talk about things we talked in the past. We're not going to use this conversation to talk about every subject we talked about already. If you want to start a subject we haven't talked about, that's another video. But yeah, PS2. No, yeah, PS2 had a lot going for it though.
I just realized something I could have done at the beginning of the video.
What?
Give me a minute.
No.
Well, oh yeah, your usual leave and not say anything until you feel like it.
Ha! No, it's gonna be a burp.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
gonna
boy.
he's gonna seltzer out. Sam, I need some of your heavy seltzer. No, that's what I use to make my tonic fizzies. Yeah.
You're funny. You guys are funny.
Where was that from?
Jimmy
We
Neutron.
had a,
Oh yeah.
Remember
we
the
had a
N-Men?
discussion at the beginning of the
Yeah.
video that I cannot start off the video if it's not in the Webster Dictionary.
Yeah, that's a new rule from now on.
Oh jeez.
You're gonna regret this later.
I don't care as long as it's not poop. That thing is haunting my nightmares.
Really?
Yeah.
You have
I wake up in the morning with my alarm clock. Boop, boop, boop.
Boop, boop, beep.
Yes,
Oh,
burp
what-
is in the dictionary, and I will give you that. Your breath smells like raspberry lime, Tyler.
Anyway,
I got
look.
no words.
Look, a video game console.
I say that the PS2 was actually one of the groundbreaking
Well,
consoles.
the
I like
PS2 won the generation because of its DVD player and its much better
Excuse me.
library than the Xbox.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's why that was the dominator. That was the dominator of Gen 6.
Yeah.
This really put Sony on the map too, because PS1 was a very popular console, and it really got the gears rolling for Sony. But it was the PS2 that solidified their popularity.
Believe it or not, Triple M's video game library has
PS2
more
really
PS2 content
introduced a
than any.
whole new way of gaming.
I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, and you know what?
The best
It,
games
he's got a
got
pretty good
released
library,
on
too.
PS2.
well, you know what it did.
What, Jen?
5 games?
Well, you know what it did.
No. Atlas actually made a really great debut on the PS2. The Shin Mega Tensei series and the Persona 2 was on the PS2.
That is very
Persona
true.
is awesome.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Persona was awesome. The Shin Mega Tensei series was awesome. They did a great job on the PS2.
You opened up a can of worms.
No, yeah, that is very true.
Oh boy.
But also, it's like when you have with the PS2, what it really did was it was the first console that was able to make success off of what the Dreamcast failed at. I mean, we should talk about Dreamcast technically, and maybe we will because that came out it came out during the N64 lifespan, but it's kind of tricky. It's kind of a gray area because you don't really count it as part of the generation because it died in between two. I mean the internet does count it as. We'll talk about that after the PS2 because that did technically come out before the PS2.
Actually, you know what? That is good. I forget it.
Yeah, well, let's this is just an afterthought. So
I just got Naru laughing like crazy.
we'll just take care of
the
that.
random voices I'm doing with my bird.
Well, now that the PS2 really, you can't say anything more about it.
I gotta say though, the PS2 did make some weird decisions with their hardware. Like the Switch thing was cool, but it was like, why is it in the back of the console? Like that was one thing that always annoyed me about it. You'd have to reach. Like my friend, when I played his PS2 at his house, he had it in a little shelf, right?
Yeah, in a wall unit.
Yeah, in a wall unit. Yeah. So every time we turned it on and off, he had to pull out the entire thing and flip the switch and put it back. And I thought when I first laid my eyes on it, when I first did, I thought the power button and below the eject button turned it on.
Yeah.
And then he's looking at me like I'm an idiot. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah,
because apparently the power button, that's the reset button, right?
Get this, America. The power button does not turn on the PS2. It's actually just a reset button.
Why don't they just call it the reset button? You know.
Well, actually, I saw one PS2. I think my friend.
I think the slim version. I think the PS2 Slim.
It says reset, but it says reset.
Oh, it says reset. Yeah, okay.
But the thing is, there are some. For some reason, I remember seeing it. I think it was on my friend's console back in in Jersey.
It was probably the Slim. The Slim. That's why Sony makes Slim models because they want to sell cheaper consoles later in the generation, but they also want to take it. They also want to make some improvements on their hardware.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
I mean, I don't really agree with doing that, but Sony does it pretty well.
Yeah, but the PS2 Slim was the same as the first.
Pretty much same idea.
It didn't really have anything.
It's in the dictionary.
That's a bop, not boop.
I know, but it's in the dictionary.
You didn't want bops.
I said 1 to 3 letters don't count.
Ass.
In fact, if you don't believe me, I have a whole recording I can review.
He did say that.
1 to 3 letters don't count. So anyway, that's why I prepared for that because I thought you could say A.
Wait a second. Boop is 4 letters.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Boop's not in the dictionary. Bop is.
Oh, for God's sake.
Okay, boob.
Boob is good.
All right,
In which you two
I'm
are
cool.
ones.
I'm cool.
Now going on.
I'm cool with
Let's
that.
continue,
No,
please.
I'm cool with that.
No, we're the most professional people on the interwebs.
Yeah, when will you
You
get
should
that?
heart out,
by now.
Ghostbusters. You think you're professional.
Yeah.
If you think the Ghostbusters are
Well, the Ghostbusters are the original most professional people in the world.
That
Yeah,
is
but
true.
they're nothing compared to the Bickering gamers.
I don't know. Since we're talking about Bill Murray, that is kind of a debate. But
Yeah.
PS2 had they made some weird hardware decisions.
Yeah, but well, I mean,
found
PS,
a
no, it's still
the
still
Slim,
good.
but the Slim was the same.
It was also the weakest console of that generation.
I'll say.
Yeah, but that's okay.
I'll say.
It made up for it.
I'll say.
I usually like the weaker consoles because they work harder to make the to make it work.
Yeah, but you know what? The weaker consoles were the simpler ones, and you didn't need all that crap.
Yeah, well, weaker. The power of the console has nothing to do with the content of it. That's the thing.
I found a loophole.
What?
Booyip.
Boyup.
It's in the dictionary.
What the hell does that
Boyup.
mean?
What does that mean?
You're really going through the Webster dictionary to fucking.
You opened up a can of worms.
As long as it's not boop. As long
As
as
long
it's
as it's
not.
not that.
As long as it's not
We're
boop.
good.
I'm sick of
Too
boop.
late.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Can you at least change it every few episodes if you're gonna do this? What the fuck?
It's buoy up.
Booyip.
All right. Can you at least change it every few videos? Can we make that agreement? I'll let you do whatever you want the first second of the video. Just please change it every one time.
Okay, I'll go back and forth between bop and boop.
No, you can't go. But you can't repeat the same one every 5 times. Every fifth time you can repeat one.
You gotta do a rotation of 5, like a 6-shooter.
Yeah. Exactly. God damn it! This is like we have a side B story to this video. There's a side B story.
Oh, Lord.
You should write in the descriptions,
Yeah,
no more
this is gonna
boops.
We already have a side B story
No.
overarching the entire series, but now we have a side B story in this video. No, so technically it's a side C
No,
story.
it's only 1/5 of the boops in the future.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
anyway.
also, each
I
rotation
returned
can't start with the same letter.
Okay.
So you can't have a B word every time.
Let's figure this. Hey,
I'm cool with that. I just need variety,
Bop
man.
and beep.
Dragon Fist, what's your favorite PlayStation 2 game?
Jack and Dexter.
Oh yeah, everyone loves Jack and Dex.
How about you, Shadow Draco?
Had all
Huh?
How
Put 'em
about
on
what's
the
your
map.
favorite PS2 game?
Persona 3 and Persona 4.
Yeah.
I never played.
What about you, Naro? What's your favorite PS2 game?
I never had a PS2.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Downer.
I didn't play PlayStation.
I played at my friend's house. I
Hell,
never
I
had
didn't
personal.
even play any
Oh,
Xbox
yeah,
games
PS2
until
also was
until
the
360.
platform for
Until
the
my
PS2
brother got a
series.
360 2 years ago.
True
Yeah,
Darkness,
pretty
what's
much
your
me
favorite PS2 game?
It's one of the Spyro games. I can't remember the name.
The what?
Spyro. You said one of the Spyro games.
Probably Ripto's Revenge, right? People like Ripto's Revenge. Or
It wasn't Ripped
the first one was.
I know there was more
The
than
first
one
one's a
PS2.
pain in the ass. Oh no, PS2 on my thing. It's PS1. There was two. I
And it's
think.
Ripto's Rage, not Revenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm always thinking of Crash 2. That's why.
Billy, VGab, what's your favorite PS2 game?
Okami.
Really?
I love Okami. Yeah.
My favorite PS2 game, actually, I have a lot of favorite PS2 games. I have Godzilla Save the Earth is one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's cool.
Because you get to fight as Space Godzilla.
Right.
But let's face it, Space Godzilla's fucking awesome. Kind of sucked, but yeah, I have to say that's probably my favorite PS2 game.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Now, let's move on to a personal favorite of mine.
The lunchbox.
Lunchbox?
Stop making fun of the GameCube.
It looks like a lunchbox. I'm looking at it right now. It's
Oh my! Oh my God! It does look like a lunchbox.
It's the handle. The handle kind of.
It does.
It's
What
the?
the?
It's the handle, really. And
It was-
James dropped off the third
No,
time.
he's not.
There he is.
Oh my God! That
Do
was.
not make fun of
I've
the
had that-
GameCube.
You mean the
I've
lunchbox?
had that for 10 years.
I just said. Oh, but you let me call
I've
the
had a-
PS2 a cheap TV. Don't
Oh,
worry.
no,
Don't
no,
worry.
no.
I got one for the Xbox too.
No, it's not.
okay, I don't
It's
know.
not the lunchbox. It's the lunch cube.
Yeah, the lunch cube.
Ah!
Well, that handle is really. That handle.
Wow. Just the amount of rage.
Testosterone.
That handle is really weird, though. It's like, and Nintendo was going for it. They wanted to make this the portable console. They even made a screen for it. You can attach a screen to the back of the console, and you're able to play it anywhere you wanted. They really wanted to make this the portable console.
Oh yeah, Billy.
I love how
What's
you.
up?
I love how you
I
did
forgot
not
to
take
mention,
the setup I
PS2
had
was
put up.
also the platform that the most of the Gundam games, the first couple of good Gundam games were on.
I'd
Actually,
imagine.
were a couple for the Scene series. That
Well,
was
Gen-
based on anime.
Well, what Gen 6 was good at was perfecting Gen 5, which started the 3D 3D gaming. So
3D gaming.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, we're not talking about the cheap DVD player. We're talking about the Launch Cube.
yeah.
Lunch cube. Uh-oh.
What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing.
Lunch cube.
I'm just saying.
Your rage just makes it even funnier.
I'm
What are you laughing at?
But it looked like not my
I'll give
fault.
you a hint. It starts with an M, and there's 3 of them.
It's very widely agreed upon now that the GameCube definitely had the best library
Well,
in that generation.
You know, the GameCube was actually originally going to be called the Melee Box.
Yeah, they're gonna call it the Melee Box and the Wii. Well, that's called.
And it was originally wasn't it originally called
It was-
Project Dolphin?
It was yeah.
Yes, it was. No, that was the
No,
whole.
every generation.
Oh no, wait, that's the development.
Well, that's a
name.
good thing. This is gonna be the first of our many console discussions, and I think it's a good point to talk about this. Every generation, console developers have code names for their development
Yeah.
process.
You actually notice it.
It's so you don't suspect what they're doing. They want to keep you off guard. I don't know the N64 prior, but I know the GameCube was Project Dolphin and the Wii was Project Revolution.
Yep.
Yeah,
And-
that's why the
yeah.
portable. I
Do you
think
know
there's
that
like
in
a
Donkey-
portable.
Yeah.
There's
Did
a
you know
portable GameCube controller called not portable.
The wireless.
Wireless one. I think it's
That was
called the
the first-
Wavebird.
Does anyone know?
Yeah.
It's
does
called
anyone,
the Wavebird.
does
So
anyone-
we're going
I
for an
don't remember.
oceanic
Does
thing.
anybody know
I don't
the game in which GameCube was the GameCube development operation was first given?
What?
Donkey Kong 64.
Oh, you mean the reference?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a dolphin in Donkey Kong's house. That's a reference to Project Dolphin.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
th-
Also, Captain
also
Hallmark's
Isle
ship is called the Dolphin.
Yep.
Yeah, an Isle
And
Delfino
in-
shaped like a dolphin. Yeah.
No, that's why they. No, that's
Yeah.
why they decided to base it.
Yeah, they
Is
had.
Isle Delfino
They really
like that.
played around with that. I really like that.
You know-
Something Nintendo's. The thing with the GameCube is it was even though it was the most powerful console and had the best library, it was also the one that lost this generation. It did the worst. It was Nintendo's worst console up until the Wii U and in sales. So I don't get attacked. The thing is, I don't remember if it was the cheapest. I don't think so. I think the PS2 was the cheapest. I don't remember.
It was.
But Nintendo has been the cheapest console for a while.
GameCube actually started doing the price competition, though. It didn't start out as the cheapest, but it wound up becoming the
Yeah, I
cheapest.
think no, that's because of price sale. They were horrible. The thing was, I always said the reason why people didn't like it because it was different. They wanted another N64, and they were pissed that they didn't get it. Like, Luigi's Mansion pissed off a lot of people because it wasn't a Mario launch title like they always did with every generation.
Yeah, but then that became a...
It's a cult hit.
It
became a cult hit, and now it's a sequel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the thing about the GameCube is, even their bad games were good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
But you know what?
I mean, think
The
about
GameCube
it. Think
games?
about it. Think what games at the time people hated.
But now it's the cult classic.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it. yeah.
Luigi's Mansion, Super Mario Sunshine,
Mario
Legend
Sunshine
of
was always
Zelda,
good. I
Wind
don't know.
Waker.
Oh, that's a good point.
Mario Sunshine
That last
was
one
good.
had that last one people hated because of the art style.
Yeah.
Now it got an HD.
Everyone,
Reboot.
everyone loves it. Yeah.
It got an HD reboot that everyone loves.
The only thing I really hated about Wind Waker had to have been the collection of the Triforce shards.
Well, that's why
a few of them.
that's
not
why the
all of
HD
them,
version.
just a few.
Well, that's why the HD version shaded it down a little bit.
Oh, not reboot, remake.
It was
no,
actually-
you're right. It's the same idea.
Okay.
It was actually the Melee box. A lot of the original games that were put out at the launch of the GameCube had Melee titles.
Launch
For
Cube.
instance, like
Super
Godzilla-
Mario Bros. Melee.
yeah, and Smash Brothers Melee.
Smash Brothers Melee.
Yeah.
I mean.
Smash Brothers
I mean,
Melee,
oh.
Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee.
I think you have to censor that so we don't get haunted by a million people that don't watch our videos.
That's okay. Your booth's already haunted millions of videos, so it doesn't matter.
No,
But-
I said millions of viewers.
and you mean several viewers?
I said that don't watch the video.
Oh, right.
Well, if they don't watch the video, then what's the problem?
Yep.
But they don't know
I
what
was
it's
making a joke.
I mean, it's not like anyone would ever comment hate mail, even though they don't have to watch the video in the first place.
Huh?
I'm making fun of trolls. Anyway, the game.
Some people, they just look at the name of the video and they're like, oh, I already hate these guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, those people can suck my dick.
Then there's also the people that
And I bet they would.
that has to like give a comment before they give a chance for the view to watch the rest of the video where they defend themselves on it. What were we, so the GameCube. Yeah, you know what? The best part of the GameCube, in my opinion, was the accessories. They had the best accessories I've ever seen for a console. They had the screen. I never got that one though; it's too expensive. They had the surround. I had this cool surround sound system for it. It connected to 2 speakers, but also it had 4 AV inputs in the back. I was able to hook up my GameCube, my N64, my Super Nintendo, and my NES all on the GameCube at once. It was really awesome. I really enjoyed having that. They have the extender cable for the GameCube. They had the Game Boy Advance link cable, and of course the godly, which is still used today, Game Boy player. And if they don't make a DS player, I am going to cry
Why?
Why?
because it's gonna be the best shit.
What are you talking about? You have the Game Boy player.
Yeah, but I want a DS player. It can't play DS games.
Yeah.
Oh, you want the GameCube to have a?
No,
I want the
just
Wii U
The
to have
Wii
a
U
DS
to have a
player.
DS.
The GameCube can't pull that off. The TV, it'll take too much on the TV. But yeah, the Wii U is just so perfect for that. I would die for that. I really would.
But it has to be a 3DS player.
Well, it's gonna play 3DS games too, I'd imagine. You just can't play it in 3D unless you had a 3D TV. That'd be pretty creative. I mean, 3D TVs exist, right?
They
Yeah,
do,
but
but
they
you
suck
need
anyway.
glasses.
They do.
Yeah,
They are kind of
pretty
sucky right now and a little expensive. That's why Sony's not doing
very,
so well.
very expensive.
Yeah, their 3D TVs are not selling.
suck.
Yeah, they're 3D.
Dick.
Yeah, they're not selling.
Voice.
So
Ooh, piece of candy.
yeah.
He's candy.
So
Candy.
For some
Piece of
reason,
candy.
Let's not do a chain.
Okay.
This isn't Family Guy.
no.
Piece of candy.
every time we say that it sucks dick, I think about the New York Rangers and LA Kings Stanley Cup game.
Oh, that was disappointing.
I don't know why. It
By
sucks
the way,
dick.
this can of seltzer tastes like piss.
Winnow!
Because we piss in it.
That's not all.
Inside joke.
Okay.
No, it's not an inside joke. It's a reference from a movie.
If you all know, if any one of those viewers can get that reference, put it in the comments.
Yeah, you won't win anything, but you get the satisfaction of knowing you answered it first.
Yeah.
No, they won't do that.
Probably not.
Probably won't.
Yep. The GameCube, though, on a final note of the GameCube was a powerful motherfucker. That thing
It
did
was
a
known as a lunchbox game system.
yeah, but it was a powerful beast. It did so much. The games like Wind Waker, Mario Sunshine, they showed off what the GameCube could
Sunshine was beautiful.
do. Sunshine ran on 720p. It is
Yeah.
possible you can play that game in 720p. That's really impressive for a console that came out in 2001. And then it's like You had, and that was an early game too. It wasn't the launch game at all, but Pikmin looked beautiful. That was a great game. Pikmin 2 looks like a Wii. People claim it's a Wii game to this day when you play the GameCube version. Yeah.
I was never a fan of Pikmin.
What else? We had. There's so many great games, and not only did they look good, but they can do some amazing things. Wind Waker showed off how much draw distance it had, how much you can load in one sitting. Mario Sunshine started that, but Wind Waker evolved that, where no matter where you are in the world, even though where you are is mostly loaded, the rest of the world is already loaded for you to explore. So the closer you get to it too, the more it'll load that area and unload what's in the back. That is the beginning of overworld gaming, and that is incredible. I really enjoyed that about the GameCube, and that's just something I know we'll talk about the Wii another time, but that's something about the Wii I was very disappointed with because they described it as two Wiis duct taped together, and yet the GameCube games look better than the Wii. If they really took advantage of the power of the Wii, it could probably look better than HD games.
Wait, what did you say?
When Nintendo revealed the GameCube, when Nintendo revealed the Wii back in 2006 at E3 2005, they said Reggie said this is two GameCubes duct taped together. I think it was Reggie. Didn't Reggie start when the Wii came out?
Yep.
Yeah, I think Reggie said this is two GameCubes duct taped together. That's how much power it had. And and people think, oh, that's so lackluster, you know? I mean, because it's still standard definition. But who cares? The GameCube was a powerful beast, and Xenoblade Chronicles showed that off. The Skyward Sword showed that off very well.
Yeah, it
but Mario Galaxy looks just as good. I saw a comparison video between Mario Galaxy 1 and Mario 3D World, and you can hardly tell the difference. You know, for a standard definition console, they did a lot with it. Brawl looks great, and Brawl looks great when you transmit it to the HDMI cable on the Wii U. Because the thing is, when you play Wii U games on a Wii, Wii games on Wii U, sometimes they look worse, but sometimes they look better. It depends on how they were rendered, I guess. But yeah, the GameCube is a powerful beast. I really enjoyed that about it, and that's why it had a great library. Because developers love using the most powerful piece of hardware, even if it was the worst selling. And it did pretty well. In the end of the day, it really shows the history of gaming, where you had a console that was hated, like the Dreamcast or the GameCube. Before I talk about the Dreamcast, but then it moves on to being one of the most remembered and loved consoles. Like the GameCube, people can't stop talking about.
Yeah.
Melee, people still talk about. Wind Waker's everyone's favorite Zelda game nowadays. It's my favorite Zelda game. There's so many awesome things about the GameCube. Luigi's Mansion got a sequel.
So
Sunshine's begging for a sequel. Everyone wants a Sunshine sequel. It's really amazing how poetic gaming history
Here's some
is.
beef for it. Dragonfist, what's your favorite GameCube game? What was that?
You cut off.
Hello?
Wow.
Earth to Butthead,
Killer-
pines in the air.
Killer Croc's getting really, really stealthy now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Shadow Draco, what's your favorite GameCube game?
I'm sorry, I was only half paying attention to that. What happened now?
Oh, there you are. Dragonfist, what's your favorite GameCube game?
Pokemon,
There you go.
Which one?
What are you?
Gale of Darkness.
Cool.
Yep. Yep.
Shadow,
Here.
Shadow Draco,
Oh, yeah,
what's you?
I borrowed that game.
Coliseum, Gale Darkness, and the first one.
Yeah, I have the Coliseum. I never played Gale of Darkness, though.
I actually borrowed that game from a friend of mine. I loved playing it.
Gala Darkness
Yes.
it's fun.
They should do another Coliseum game. I remember Chugga Conroy was
They
that.
should have done it for the Wii, but they didn't.
Yeah, Chugga
Because that
Conroy.
freaking, you know.
It was too risky because it didn't do well. Was the thing. Like Chugga Conroy did a Let's Play on the series, and he was saying he did the series because he wants a sequel for the Wii U, and I think it's a good fit. You know, Pokemon would really sell Wii U's, that's for sure.
They would.
Yeah, and
So-
I love the Coliseum standard, the Coliseum idea where you snag other trainers' Pokemon. It's really cool, and you can be the bad guy. Like that's cool.
Hey, Naro, what's your favorite GameCube game?
Without a doubt, it's a tie between Luigi's Mansion and Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, I know.
Those are fantastic games. Yes.
You,
The
Big
Paper Mario, 1,000 Year Door. It's easy.
You
It's
know,
my favorite game ever.
Believe it or not, I have a lot of
That
favorite
game
games for
actually comes
GameCube.
up at my second.
I can't decide whether
I think it's a flawless game.
Well, I gotta say, the Godzilla games are always my favorite. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. That's the reason why I actually got a GameCube because
That's
Melee
actually
saved the world.
Actually, Godzilla Destroy All Monsters was a big seller for the GameCube
Yeah.
when it wasn't selling at all. Like
Yeah.
literally, they weren't selling at
Yeah.
all the first year. But when the Destroy All Monsters came out, and I think it was Pikmin, because Pikmin and Animal Crossing, those games got heavily advertised, so people were interested.
and
I know.
people wanted the GameCube because of it. So
Even IGN gave it credit.
Even like aside from Destroy All Monsters, I liked Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Loved it. I got it for Christmas one year. I flipped.
Yeah.
Super Mario Sunshine. That's another one. You can't go without that. And Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, the GameCube had a fantastic library. All right, so the Dreamcast. It was an interesting idea. You know what? The problem was it was technology that came too early. It was just like I call it the Jaguar effect. It's technology that comes in.
Jaguar effect.
Yeah,
Jaguar effect.
after the Atari Jaguar.
Okay.
It's a 64-bit console that came in the 16-bit era, and it really hurt the Atari. That caused Atari to go down big time.
Godzilla.
But yeah, the Dreamcast is the same idea. It has the power of a PS2 just about. In fact, the DS can actually beat the power of a Dreamcast nowadays. But like what you have here is the Dreamcast was a pretty innovative console. Actually, it was the first console ever to have internet connection. It was the controller was weird, but I loved the memory card system because it was like a little portable gaming device. You could play mini games in some game. Like they had this thing where Sonic Adventure is a perfect example. You can actually put your Chow in the memory card and you can walk around with it and play with it because the memory card has a screen on it, 2 buttons and a D-pad that you can plug into the controller, which is not a smart move anymore. But in the Dreamcast idea, it was smart with the screen because you can have an extra score counter or whatever. And that's the thing. When you put too much technology too early, you're gonna suffer through something. Developers are not going to know what to do with that power at all. It's not a progressive leap. It's not a progressive jump. It's a huge leap that they don't know how to program. So what ended up with the Dreamcast was it had a lot of shooters. It had a lot of space shooters. It had a lot of remakes, a lot of upgraded games. Mega Man made a few entries along with the PS2 and the PS1. A lot of 32-bit looking games were on it, which people didn't want to see. They wanted to see this power in action. And yeah, I mean, they had some interesting controllers. Typing of the Dead was really cool. Like, they had interesting controllers. Like, they had a fishing rod controller, which is the only reason Big the Cat exists. They had Typing of the Dead, where you can put a actual keyboard to the console. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
The Dreamcast. That was a classic, but I wasn't a fan of it.
Nobody had the Dreamcast. And the thing was, it was also Sega's failure with the Saturn that made it snowball too, because the Saturn didn't do well because it didn't have a good library, and then the Dreamcast didn't do well because the Dreamcast was supposed to be Sega's comeback from the Saturn, but they didn't know what to do with the power. So, once the PS2 came out, they got an idea with games like Sonic Adventure and whatnot, but yeah, Sega had to go third party after that. It was very upsetting, but that's just how it is. But,
Dreamcast kind of stunk, but it
well,
was a classic, but it stunk.
Yeah, well, it's a cult following now. It's another example of people. I mean, people
And
regret.
there goes the call again.
Yeah, a lot of people regret. A lot of people regret the Dreamcast losing
He's
power
dropping.
because a lot of people are buying a Dreamcast nowadays.
I
would buy one, but it's too rare. It's too expensive.
Would I dare ask what anyone's favorite Dreamcast game is?
Nobody knows.
Sonic
Adventure.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But
Wait,
Director's cut.
Was Sonic Adventure 2? That's the GameCube version. Was Sonic Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast? I think it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah. So Sonic Adventure 2 or Sonic Adventure, that's pretty much one of people's favorite games. Actually, that's not true. Typing of the Dead was a good game. They also had what other games? They had some other good classic games. A lot of their games are cult games. That's a thing. You can go on YouTube and check out classic Dreamcast games. A lot of people like doing. A lot of YouTubers like looking at the Dreamcast because it's mystery. Not a lot of people know about it. But it still had similar traits to Gen 6 consoles and whatnot. And again, that's what the PS2 built off of, and the GameCube, and the Xbox.
Well,
I guess in the end of the day, there's not much to say about Dreamcast because it's just none of us really had any childhood experience with it. I knew one guy, literally one guy, the many people I knew who had a Dreamcast, and he only got it because he's one of those rich kids who just had to get every console.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, perfect segue for that Xbox mention.
Yes,
let's
Xbox.
talk about the XBOX, the Xbox.
Yeah, the Microsoft. Yeah. This was a really interesting idea. Microsoft came in at the perfect time too. With Sega stopped making consoles. That was a perfect time for them. They jumped in at a good time because basically Microsoft wanted to make money on the video game market. I don't blame them. It was a big growing market, and it's still growing. It's kind of shifting between mobile and handheld and console and PC right now.
There was a really big swap would be.
Yeah, the
Something like
focus is swapping around a lot nowadays. It depends on what's cheaper, I guess, but
Yep.
or what's more worthwhile as an investment. I mean, actually, this generation, a lot of casual gamers are dropping to mobile, which is great for the core gamers. But that's another subject for another day. Yeah, the Xbox came about and it was cool.
Yeah.
My friend had one too. He actually traded in his
What the heck
PS.
happened over there?
I had a friend who bought a couple friends who bought an Xbox. It was
Well-
fun. I
well-
liked the intro animation. That was cool.
Well, to answer your question, Shadow Draco, Dragon Fist made a house next to a train station that actually goes through his room.
Right.
Probably.
No, Doc, you mean Killer Croc?
Yeah, Killer Croc.
He built a train through
Yeah.
James's house so he can have easier access from the sewer.
Yeah,
It's a subway.
yeah,
Yeah, James has a subway through his house.
yeah. Anyway, the Xbox. You know, the Xbox actually had very good capabilities. Like, do you remember like especially for that type of console? I say the first Xbox. I prefer the first Xbox over the 360, but
That depends on what you consider.
I'm sorry, the 360.
when you
the
com-
360 annoyed the shit out of me.
Well, when you
it
compare
was-
consoles, you have to look at their library. That's the main idea. Their power helps too with the library, but the library is what really is.
there's no backplay, was there?
What?
Was there backplay?
For 360?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play Xbox One games and the classic games on the 360.
Yeah, Xbox Classic. Remember that? Yeah.
I'm trying to change it to Xbox Classic in my mind, but I always call it the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can change. You can play Xbox games on the Xbox
Yeah.
360.
Yeah, I know. I liked.
I remember when the
Christmas-
I remember when the Avatar came out for the 360, and a lot of Wii owners were pissed off. It's like, come on, man, that's a
Quite-
blatant copy of the Mii. But
Quite-
you know, I like Avatars; they're pretty cool.
Quite honestly, I gotta tell you, in Christmas of 2004, I didn't even ask for it, but I got it anyway.
Oh,
I
that was
did.
nice. Yeah.
Christmas of 2004, I got an Xbox it was
Right,
Christmas. I opened it up. It was under the tree, and I said, "Oh, this is an Xbox. I wonder what I'm gonna do with this."
Well,
That's
the Xbox, what gave Xbox and the 360 great success for Microsoft was this was the third-party console because it was a console that third-party people understood, and it was something that they didn't have that. It was new, you know. They wanted to go to a new developer and help beef them up because the thing is, that's the same thing about the PlayStation. When a new console developer comes out, game developers want their game to be the mascot for that console. So they're rushing their games over. But it wasn't until an Xbox exclusive Halo came out, and then they got their mascot. And it's their only mascot to this day. I mean, they have Gears of War
Definitely
too.
their only mascot.
Do they have any more
Believe it or not-
exclusives besides Halo and Gears of War? I don't even know.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
I think the first Mercenaries, and I think.
Oh yeah, the perfect. No, Rare has a couple exclusives, I think.
Also, I know that there was one. I think Sith Lords. That's why I said, believe it or not,
I think
like
you're
you know
right.
how I said Xbox. I said, what am I going to do with this? Well, I had a few games for it. Like
What am I gonna do with this?
yeah, what am I going to do with this? And I'm holding it in my hand. I see that I have a few games that came with it.
Well, that's cool.
All those games I wound up falling in love with, except for one. It was called Star Wars. That game sucked Sith Lord balls,
Oh, yeah,
and it was called
everyone
Star Wars
hates,
Sith
oh,
Lords.
Oh yeah, that one sucks. Man.
Sith Lords. It sucked Sith Lord balls. Okay.
Right.
Now-
you'd rather take a greased up hole, greased by skunk I'm not good at AVG and shit. Greased up by skunk fumes, and put it up your butt, up out of your mouth, and use the spear to help scratch an old lady's decrepit, boily back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. I gotta work on my AVGNisms.
I'd rather run down the crack of True Darkness ass and end up as a brown stain on the mattress. That's what I would rather do.
That's a good one.
Oh my.
That'll be heaven compared to doing that.
I loved your face so that you didn't know what to think.
Yeah, his fucking face was like, huh?
It's like,
But you know what? I saw it in his face. He said, you know what? That's a good one.
Yeah.
I saw it in his face. He's like, that's a good one. You know?
I was like,
I just realized my 3D has probably died by now.
No,
why would he ever want to do that? That's torture.
No. That's a good one. You're like, that's a good one.
No, I was
Like,
thinking that's torture.
We should keep a
Why would
tally
you
of how
do
many
that?
times James's calls drop. He's the Lewis of our operations.
Ha
For Brain
ha.
Scratch comms. For a while, Lewis had crappy internet in Brain Scratch comms, so he always dropped out of conversations.
Well, I would ask this
because they use Skype too to do their videos.
Well,
Yeah.
Lord help anybody who says what I don't want them to say, but what's your favorite Xbox game, Shadow Draco?
Mm.
What's your favorite Xbox game?
I don't know. No
Right.
way.
Now he's
No, remember
scared.
Xbox? I don't know. I never played on Xbox.
Well, you can pick a third-party game if you play it on another console that you know is available on Xbox. I guess that counts, right?
Yeah.
It was available on the Xbox. Cool, I got an echo effect going on.
Yeah, I got enough.
Echo.
How about-
Echo.
How about you, Dragon Fist? What's your favorite?
Echo.
But
What's your favorite Xbox game?
Charlie Delta Echo.
wait, no. Jet Set Radio.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a
Yeah, Sega. That's a good Sega game. Man.
Naru. What's your favorite Xbox game?
Don't worry, people. The
Could
echo
I
is only
say
for the last few
series?
minutes.
You can say serious, huh?
Yeah,
The
that's cool.
Bioshock series, hands down.
Oh yeah.
There you
Bioshock,
go.
yeah.
That's a good
Wasn't
one.
Xbox
Look at
too?
that, huh?
That's for the PS2, wasn't it too? Also.
No, it
What?
was PS3
Yeah.
and Xbox.
That's
the original Xbox. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the PS3 came out. No, the 360 came out before the Xbox. Oh, was it for Xbox, Xbox 360, and PS3?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I was gonna say
No,
the Xbox
I remember.
360 came out first.
I remember. I remember.
No, the
first
Xbox
Bioshock
came out before
for
the
Xbox
360, dude. Dude, the
But was there
Xbox.
also an Xbox version?
I don't remember
It,
that.
it would make sense. Was it early in the generation? Because with disc-based games, they like making.
What probably happened was they made a copy for the original Xbox when they made the 360.
That's what I mean.
version.
It's like Twilight Princessing it. You had a GameCube version, a Wii version.
True Darkness. What's your favorite Xbox game?
Never played Xbox.
Oh,
Well, you can pick you can pick a third-party game.
well, that sucks for you.
if you want.
Pornography.
Xbox 360.
Like a third-party game I really enjoyed on the GameCube that my friend actually also owned on the Xbox was called Dr. Muto. That was a fun-ass game. Anyone ever play that? Dr. Muto was a fun-ass game. You play this mad scientist and you go through levels with these crazy gadgets. It was really fun and the character was really charming. The story was really cool. It was a good, solid game. I was surprised there wasn't a sequel. Maybe there was. I don't know. Beautiful Joe. I don't know if that was the Xbox version.
I love Beautiful Joe.
Beautiful Joe is also
That
that was also a great game.
That was a good game.
And the sequel was cool too.
And you want to know something?
I actually like the.
That's why I bought Wonderful 101.
Yes. I was about to say.
Yeah, that's why I
I
bought
bought
Wonderful
Wonderful
101.
101.
Same guy,
along
same art direction.
When I bought
yeah.
my Wii U,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fell in love with it so much.
Believe it or not, Beautiful Joe had a show and I liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
it did have a show.
There was an anime for it.
Yeah. Well, everything has anime. Captain Falcon had anime, Kirby had anime.
Wait, Captain
Beautiful Joe was
Falcon
anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he punched a hole through the universe to end the series. Yeah, Sonic had an anime. Everyone had an anime, really.
Yeah.
Well,
Zelda
yeah.
had one. Even the
My-
Powerpuff Girls had an anime.
Falcon.
Oh, yeah.
Giga,
My
I can't believe I'm...
And it
I
counts as a
can't
video
believe-
game, so shut up.
What?
Wow.
Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls had an anime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls.
And I
Z.
can't believe
Guys,
I thought I was the only one out of us who actually knows.
No, I know.
No,
I
I
watched
know
a few.
about
I watched a few episodes.
Guys,
Same here.
can you imagine Captain Falcon's final smash is doing that punch that he obliterates the universe?
Yeah,
Dear,
Wait,
Then-
dear.
Wait.
Mashi.
Before you write that down, and just
He's not writing anything down. It's a joke.
Just before he uses it, PK fire.
Dear Mashi boy, it would be the total
Oh my
Pam
God.
Anderson tits if you could really make an awesome final smash for Captain Falcon.
Where he punches a hole through the universe. Sorry, Tyler. I thought my opinions mattered to you.
Holy Jesus.
Oh, that's gross. Yeah, it's like what is that, a ham?
No, that's Damascus bread.
That's bread?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I thought it was rotten meat. Oh my god. That's the worst thing. Oh, that's bread?
Yes, that was Damascus
See, that's
bread.
why I don't put my bread in the fridge.
That wasn't in the fridge.
Oh, that's gross then.
Well, putting it in the fridge.
So anyway,
actually
the
helps.
Xbox.
My favorite
That had a
Xbox-
big ass controller.
I see. You cut off. You don't.
I hated the controller.
You don't jump in front of the black man.
I gotta say though, I did like the white and the black button idea. I thought that was really cool.
I had no idea what that was for.
It was like a select.
Pause.
Yeah,
No, the thing was,
but
there was a start and select button.
Yeah.
But those two. No, I like the idea because you know how start and select.
Extra buttons.
No, but you know-
And the best option that I've seen it done was on Halo, where you can actually
Yeah.
use them to toggle.
I was actually
I
gonna, I
fucking
was actually gonna
hate-
reference that.
I fucking hate Halo games, and I'm
but
glad.
what I like about the black and white button was, you know how sometimes the select and the start button had secondary effects other than
Yeah,
pausing?
yeah.
That's what the black and white button did. I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah.
So, and I think we should take out the select button altogether. That thing should be obsolete. I don't know why we still have select buttons, but I guess virtual console games and PSN games are now an excuse. But you know, whatever. Still, actually, I'm wondering, would the Xbox One have a have a virtual console of their own.
You know, for a second,
I guess
I
not
thought-
because they have the Halo collection coming
Hey,
out.
Hold that thought for a second, Dora. I thought you said, "Hey, Mashi, I wonder if that's good. If it's gonna have what you said."
Yeah, Mashi boy.
You know, my favorite Xbox game besides SpongeBob SquarePants the movie game.
that rocks.
Besides that one,
SpongeBob games rock. Shut up, old dudes who are not secure at their
SpongeBob
masculinity.
games are good, but TV shows getting stale.
You know what I like though? They're making less new episodes, so the writing is getting better with the less episodes.
Yeah.
I will
You know what? I think the new writing team they just were burnt out after a while because they had to make as brilliant episodes. They were trying to make as brilliant episodes as they were in the past. At least that's my theory.
My favorite besides it though, like my favorite besides the SpongeBob game was Mercenaries. I loved the Mercenaries game.
That is a very cult.
I loved the Mercenaries game for Xbox. I also liked Fight Night.
Yeah.
EA Sports Fight Night. It's Fight Night Round 3 actually.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a boxing game.
Yeah, Microsoft did make their success with the third-party games, and because third-party developers wanted to make their mascot, but at the end of the day, the Xbox and the 360, Microsoft made sure those were the easiest consoles to develop for. They wanted that to be the third party's dream, and the Xbox One kind of ruined that. So it actually makes me question Microsoft's success in the future. But that's another subject for another day. So with that, we're out of time.
Triple M reporting out.
See you now, Romania.
See you, Narrowmaniacs.
Goodbye.
Bye, Gabbers.
Thank you. I was waiting for that.
Bye, V Gabbers.
And
Bye.
Set Soldier Sam.